Hey guys, it's Jade from Boho Bookworm. I am going to be doing the mid-year Freakout book tag today, and I know it's a bit late, but you know, some people are still doing it, so I don't feel too bad. It was originally created by Read Like Wildfire, and as far as I know, I wasn't actually tagged by anyone, but I just kind of felt like doing it anyway because I like the questions. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I'm going to be reading the questions from my notebook. So the first question is the best book that you have read so far in 2016. And I started the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon this year. I've only read the first one, but by far the best book I've read this year. It was gripping, it was brilliant, just everything about it's great, and I have done a review on it on my channel, so I'll link the full review down below if you'd like to check it out. Then the next question is best sequel you've read so far in 2016. I haven't really read many duologies and trilogies and stuff. Like I don't know. Three books I started the series on was Outlander. What else was it? Outlander, and I read To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I also read Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, but I think I'm quite excited to read P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, which is the sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before, and I'm also really excited, of course, to read the rest of the Outlander series when I can get back to South Africa and get those books, because I stupidly left them in a box in South Africa when I moved to Spain. And Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, I would definitely like to finish the series because Sam, I think her channel's called Sam's Nonsense, she really got me into, like, her excitement with the author Robin Hobb just fascinated me, and I had to read the first book. And while it's definitely not the best book I have ever read, sorry, no offense, but you know, it's just not my kind of normal genre, I was really excited to have picked it up, and I did enjoy it more than I thought. So yeah, those three, I will definitely be picking up the sequels at some point. Question number 3. New releases that you haven't read yet but want to. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. My copy arrives today. I'm very excited. Question number 4. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Honestly, I don't keep up with books that are going to be released or authors that are bringing out new books. I kind of just hear about it through you guys, so thanks for that, but it's not something I really, you know, take notice of. If I see a book in a bookstore, I pick it up, or if I hear about it through you guys, I order it, or, you know, that's kind of just how I roll with choosing my books. So yeah. Question number 5 is the biggest disappointment for you this year, and for me it's going to be After You by Jojo Moyes. I've only read 2 of her books, which was obviously Me Before You and then After You. Me Before You was probably one of the best books I've ever read, and I was really excited for the sequel, but it really disappointed me. I hated it, to be honest with you, and I think it completely ruined Louisa Clark's character. I haven't seen the movie of Me Before You, but I'm really excited. But yeah, so this is definitely a huge disappointment. I don't think it was needed at all. Question number 6. Biggest surprise. That to me would have to be Without You by Saskia Sargensson. You know, like, if you go into a bookstore and there's a book that you see on a shelf and it intrigues you, it looks good. This one, to me, like, it looked super creepy, and I read the blurb on the back and I thought it looked awesome, it sounded great, and something that I'd really enjoy, and I had not heard a thing about it from anyone else. I ended up absolutely loving it, and I've also done a review on it down below which you can check out, but I highly recommend this book, and I think that it deserves a lot more credit than it gets. Next question is your new favourite author, or like your newest favourite author that you found lately, and I will have to have Louise O'Neill for this one. I have only read this one. She's also got a book called Only Ever Yours, which I'm really excited to get my hands on. Not often that an author really just sticks out to me, like I've just got to read everything that she's ever written, but Louise O'Neill definitely does that. I would read her shopping list if I could, like another booktuber said. Sorry, I'm stealing your words, but it's true. She's phenomenal. She is such a good writer, and I think everyone, guy, girl, in school, college, universities, they need to read this book because it is so hauntingly perfect. Oh, and Louise O'Neill actually wrote back to me on one of my pictures on Instagram, so I was like, what? Very, very excited. Next question is your biggest fictional crush. Going back to the first question, I'm going to mention Outlander again. Jamie from Outlander is just perfect. Newest favourite character. Again, how could your biggest fictional crush not be your favourite character? Jamie from Outlander. Done. Question number 10. Book that made you cry. This would have to be Shantaram by Gregory David Roberts. There's a scene in this book where I think a horse dies. I think he gets shot, and it's horrific to read the gory details of it. And I don't know, you know, like, I can read books about humans dying and getting murdered and raped and all sorts of stuff. Like, that doesn't faze me too much, but you kill an animal in a book or in a movie and I'm distraught. So yeah, that to me, it just gave me tears. Question number 11, a book that made you happy. This is a book I'm still currently reading, and it's How to Be Single by Liz Tequilo. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I really wasn't sure how I would feel about it because I've heard that the movie is, I mean, some people say that the movie is hilarious and other people say that it is really shit. And so I didn't really know. I don't think I've spoken to anyone else that has read How to Be Single, but I'm finding the writing really good. I'm finding the story excellent. It's about travel, it's about being single and just trying to figure it out, and I am just lapping it up and enjoying every moment. So yeah, it's making me really happy, to be honest. Question number 12, the most beautiful book you bought this year. Sadly, I'm filming this before my copy of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child arrives today, but that is probably going to be the most beautiful book. I haven't seen it in the flesh yet, but I have seen pictures of the cover, and I'm hoping I ordered a hardback cover because I just think they look beautiful. And yeah, I like the cover of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, so very excited, and I will probably go mad and Instagram it later. Question number 13. What books do you need to read by the end of this year? All of them. Every single one. I have made a little list of books that I would really like to purchase as soon as possible. And it would have to be like a list, you know, like an Amazon list that I'd order online, because there's hardly any English bookstores here besides secondhand ones. So It by Stephen King, Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill, Vagabonding, An Uncommon Guide to the Art of Long-Term World Travel by Rolf Potts, Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty, A New Earth Awakening to Your Life's Purpose by Eckhart Tolle, Wedding Night by Sophie Kinsella, The Girl You Left Behind by Jojo Moyes, Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, and The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and I forgot to write the author's name. But yeah, they are the main books that I want to order, but there's a dozen countless others as well, so yeah, that's oh shit, hold on, I wrote down who I tagged as well. Need to find that page again. Received. Okay, the last question, sorry, is your favourite book community member. And for me, it has to be Books Paradise. It's a girl called Malia, and she's fantastic. Honestly, like, she's so creative with her videos. She's always thinking out of the box. I mean, I created a wine book tag video, and she goes and films the tag, and, like, you know, she does it with an actual winery and wine tasting, and she combines like a book tag with actual wine tasting, which I thought was excellent. And she did something similar with another book tag or a book review about an aquarium or something, and like she filmed her review in an aquarium. And I don't know, I just think that she's just brilliant, and every single one of her videos has like this spark to it, and she's lovely and she's really genuine. She's super helpful and kind, and I love her. So everyone, go check her channel out. I'm gonna leave it down below because you need to go and subscribe. And yeah, anyway, I am going to be tagging 2 people, besides Malia from Books Paradise, you're also tagged, but I'm also tagging The Astonishing Ashley and Squibbles Reads. So I hope that you guys will film this tag if you haven't already. I'm not going to tag too many other people because, to be honest, I don't know who else will really want to film this as it's already halfway through the year, but what the hell, just do it anyway. Anyway, have a good day guys, and I'll chat to you soon. Ciao.